Hello, welcome to Steve McDonald's Arts and Crafts, and today what I'm going to do is introduce you to this fabulous new resin that's available in America, Canada, Spain, Germany, and hopefully soon Australia. Now, I was sent this free of charge, all fair disclosure. I think it's really important for me to be totally honest, and I tested it first before I would even go ahead and recommend it to anybody, because you know me, I have to test things first before they're something that I would genuinely recommend. And I just did some clear castings with it, and I think they've come out really well. It's a beautifully crystal clear resin. It cures really hard, and it has a lot of benefits to it as well. So if we look, it's resistant to yellowing, it's got no VOCs, it's non-toxic, it's got a low odor, it's crystal clear, it's self-degassing, even though they've got dangassing on here, but they mean degassing. So it's self-degassing, and it certainly did self-degass. There's one or two little bubbles in there, but overall, I think it's beautiful and clear, especially with that little one. It's self-leveling, and it's a high gloss finish. Now, I have to say, all those things are absolutely true. And it's by a company called JDiction. So what I thought I'd do today is, because previously I'd only tested it on doing 2 casts with clear, I thought I'd do a test making a little soap dish or little trinket dish and a tea light holder for battery operated tea lights. Remember, never use a naked flame on cured resin. Not a good idea. And the other thing I thought I would do is test it on some paper. So I'm going to cut this card out because I really like the picture and turn it into a little picture. So we'll get to see what it can do. The other thing is, the company have also said, because I did contact them and said, yeah, I really liked your resin. It's got ×3 UV protection in it. I'm happy to recommend it because it doesn't conflict with Resin Colours resin that's only available in the UK. And they said, oh, that's really lovely. Thank you. What we'll do is we'll offer your subscribers and viewers a 10% discount on their orders for the first month of your video being out there. So I think that's great news. It's always important to know what is a good resin and what isn't a good resin and how to use it. The other thing is, it did pour nice and deep without any other issues. I've got a piece of hardboard now ready to glue this on, and I'm just going to use some white glue. And as you know, I keep it in my tomato sauce bottle because I buy it in big lumps, and that was the best bottle I could find. Now, I'm gluing this to the back because it's got a nice smooth face to it on the actual front of this board, and I like the smooth face because then if I want to do something over the top of that, I can. It's much easier than trying to cover it up on this bit here. So let's get rid of some of this extra that we don't need. Make sure you get to all the edges as well, because you want to make sure this sticks down really well. And now I'm going to put this on the top of this, weigh it down so it glues really well, and then once it's all dry, I will come back and I will cast over it. The other great thing about their resin is they've got this clear instructions on each of the bottles, and each of the bottles are clearly labelled. And there's some great information on here, so have a quick read through. I've mixed in my holographic glitter into this resin, and as you can see, it is pouring lovely. It's good, just got the right viscosity to be a really good general purpose crafting resin, ideal for the crafter. I think this is great news for us as crafters and anybody that's looking to get into the resin art market. Now, filling up a tea light candle mould is really important to pull away those edges, and that way you don't waste your resin by getting it to run all the way down the sides. And if you're anything like me, then I'm really messy anyway. I don't need any additional help. I half fill it, then go round and give it a squidgy widgy to make sure that I've got rid of any of the trap bubbles that are in the corners of the mould. I then go over it again and fill it up right to the very top. And when you fill it up right to the very top, you don't want to be quite as vigorous as that with your squidgy widgy in. What I then do is go round and gently tap these sides in case there's any trap bubbles under the lip, because there won't be any in the areas that you've already done the squidgy widgy in. Now, this is really exciting. Coating pictures and obviously doing coloured pours as well. This is great, and it's going to work wonderfully for that. I always go and randomly cover over my pictures, and because it's self-leveling, as long as you've got enough resin on there, it's going to level out really, really nicely. I then, with this picture, thought I want to give it a little bit more depth, so I go over it with my torch just to pop any surface bubbles that might be there, and then I sprinkle in a little bit of glitter on this bottom edge, and it gives it a really nice three-dimensional depth. Now this glitter isn't going to come off, it will stick nicely into this resin and won't come off on your hands. I'll then cover this up so nothing gets into it and let it cure up. Well, these have all cured now, and this is from the JDiction resin. I'm really looking forward to showing you how they've come out. I love how this comes out. I mean, these are just so easy to make, and all you need to do is pop a little bit of a hook behind it, or add a little bit of string using a glue gun, and you've got a lovely little Christmas plaque. I added some glitter on the card and then covered it with resin, and then as the resin was curing, I sprinkled a little bit onto the surface of the curing resin, because then it gives it almost like a 3D effect and gives it a little bit of depth. I just really love how these comes out, and you can, any card you can do this with. You can also add a little sentiment on there if you wish to, and it's just upcycling and costs nothing. But look how lovely and clear, bubble free and hard this resin has come out. So let's have a look at the little dish with the glitter. Now I used a holographic glitter in this, so quite a heavy glitter. That again has cured up lovely. I think the sparkle in that is excellent. So it takes glitter really, really well. And this makes a lovely little trinket dish to have beside the bed. Pop some soap on, or use for a little pot to put a plant on. And with the mica powders, again, look how lovely that has come out. Brilliant resin. And I love these little tea light candle holders. Sparkles beautifully. And they fit a tea light in them really easily and well. Don't forget, never use a naked flame candle in resin, anything that you've made with resin, because it will burn the resin and it will create fumes that you don't want in your house. And that's with any resin. And that, again, lovely and hard. So, JDiction, I'm really pleased you sent it to me. I test lots of resins. Some I show on the channel, some I don't, especially if they're bad resins. But this has got no yellowing to it at all. And I'm very happy to recommend this to all my subscribers and viewers in America and Canada. I'm sure they're going to love this when they order it. And thank you, JDiction, for offering a 10% discount code, which you'll find in the comments below and in the description of this video for my viewers. And that can be redeemed for 4 weeks after this video has gone live. Let me know when you've ordered it in the comments below and what you think of it, because I'm sure you're going to love it. Take care. Enjoy your resin. Bye.